Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 10th through the 16th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aquarius. The overall energy for the reading, the Strength card. I would say, you're showing me a little bit of a challenge here, but I would say that applies more to the immediate future from what I can see here. We'll get there in a minute. In the recent past, the King of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Cups. You're a risk taker. If I look solely at this reading, I would say you're a risk taker. Definitely opening up to something there that is super, super, super meaningful to you, and opening up with everything you got. But it does come through as taking a chance, but like, fuck it, I might as well give it all, you know? In the current situation, the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, the Fool, this is more your intuition, like something is feeling good to you. And based off of that, again, I see an immense opening on your end towards something or someone. Your intuition is definitely playing a big role here. In the immediate future, the Ace of Swords, the Tower, the Judgment card. Now that looks like a risky move. I don't know what it is that you're doing there, but you're doing something regardless. It does look like a big chance you're taking over something. And how it comes through for me and how I feel this one. And that's where I feel like the heaviness applies. The, this could go either way, you know. But then again, so is everything else. But this one definitely pulls in a little bit of a tricky energy, a little bit of a risky one. But let's see, let's clarify. Let me do the Strength card. The Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, the Seven of Wands. This comes through as change of course. There's a big ass energy of change of course that it's like a dam, a water dam that's kind of breaking, and you're right there trying to build it back up to not let that happen. You know, so there's a change of course of an energy that's coming through, and you're right there in front of it, almost trying to prevent that from happening. Okay. Let me do the King of Pentacles in the recent past. The Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords. That looks more strategic, more almost planned on your end. Like, okay, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna open up to something here, and I'll make it happen. But there are gaps of time in which you have to wait for something to come through, and then you go with that. So it's more planned out, whatever that is. It could be that whatever that is also belongs to a part of your stability that you're building up. And, you know, I do see you working with at least another energy, so sometimes you gotta wait for them to catch up, sometimes they gotta wait for you to catch up, and things like that. So it does look more planned out, more secure in how you're approaching that. Like, it doesn't necessarily look like a risk. It looks like, hey, I want to open up to this, I'm building up on this, and we'll see where I'll take it. But, you know, let me try to plan it out a little bit before. For the Empress, in the recent past, you get the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Hangman. See, you're more engaging in your energy there, whereas they're not. They're more of the feeling part. You're more the doer. And they're more they do too, but in a different way. They're more in the present moment, connected to their heart. It almost creates some mismatch, though, in the energies. Because while your energy is moving, theirs doesn't seem to be moving, but it is. They bring up the softer side to whatever is going on here. For some reason, it's not falling into agreement with yours. Because if anything, I would look at these energies and I'm like, okay, they're balancing each other out. They should, though. But I don't know. It's creating a little bit of discrepancy there. A little bit of where it makes your energy look like it's moving too much. It's doing too much. And their energy look like it's not doing a lot. And, again, if anything, I would see those two energies as balancing each other out. For the Ace of Cups, you get the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, ultimately it does show up as, you complete me type of a thing. There's still a discrepancy there, and I can't place my finger on it. What creates it there? Because somebody still shows up upset. Like, ultimately, you do reach a common goal here. You want to do something together, you'll work it out, you'll make it happen. But, like, when you get there, even when you see that goal achieved, one of you seems to be a little, like, taking it all in. It's beautiful and all, like, yay, we did it. But then, there is a little bit of something. It definitely looks something like opposites attract, but they can also create quite the commotion. And I do see that being achieved, that whole notion of opposites attract, because these energies are definitely opposite of one another. But I also see a little bit of commotion that's been picked up along the way here. Let's do the Knight of Cups. In the current situation, you get the Temperance card, the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Yeah, your intuition is coming through strong, guiding you through something. You're on a path here. You're pursuing something. You're doing something. You're opening up to something. And 95% of this journey for you is your intuition leading the way. And I see you listening to it. But you've been at this for a while. Whatever this is. So it's pretty cool as it shows up as an energy. Let me do the High Priestess. In the current situation, the Star, the Ten of Wands, the King of Swords. I mean, that would be you, but is it you? Are you still dealing with the same energy there of at the opposite extreme? Did the roles change where you're more attached to your intuition and they're becoming more realistic? Like it looks like you're bouncing off energies off of one another or to one another. Because while there's one energy here that goes with the flow and listens to their intuition pretty much throughout this whole journey, the other one seems to make things a little more difficult because they're too practical. And I do see that flipping. Oh, man. You just can't. Well, it's not that big of an issue from what I can see here because you're still going to get there. It is creating a little bit of an interfere. Like when you're in a good mood, they're not. When they're in a good mood, you're not. It's like you can't. But you do meet halfway at times, where you're both in a good mood or both not in a good mood. It's not a lot of interference here, but it shows. It's noticeable, and I think to some extent it affects the both of you. Where you're gonna feel like everything's fucking amazing here, but there's something a little bit off, For the Fool, in the current situation, you get the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles, the Moon. And it's not enough that I can't place my finger on it. You guys can't. You're like, yeah, I don't know what it is. There's something. It's not feeling like, oh my God, something's missing here. No, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like, for the most part, whatever the hell is going on here is great, is awesome. There's that fucking 5% that feels What is it? What is it? What is it? Like, none of you can figure out what creates this little 5% of something something. Maybe there's the desire here, at least on your end, to always be on the same page, always meet halfway, always be in that balanced place here. And that's not always the case. That's not happening all the time here. Because you're functioning from complete opposite energies of one another, it's not always going to be the case that you can function from a middle ground here, you know? So because you're so far apart in how you're coming at things, you might actually be bumping heads from time to time. Not all the time, though. As I said, 95% of what I'm seeing here seems to still get you to where you need to go. There's that fucking 5%. I may do the Ace of Swords for the immediate future. You get the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, the Five of Swords. I don't know what this move is on your end, what you're doing here. It does, again, come through as you taking a chance on something. Now, there is a deceptiveness to it. It's not the fact that it's a big risk and you're taking the chances. It's not that. The deception doesn't lie there. The deception lies in you saying, I've given this a lot of thought. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, half a minute. This is not a lot of thought. You are coming through as confident, secure, like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this. But you are also saying, I've given this a lot of thought. I'm like, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. You don't have to lie to yourself. You can say you're confident. You can say you're clear about what it is that you're doing. You can say, okay, I'm taking a fucking big chance here. You can say that. Do not say I've given this a lot of thought, because you haven't. I can see the Knight of Wands in there, the King of Swords, of, yeah, charge. Where? I don't know. You know. So it's like, no. Let's do the Tower in the immediate future. The Justice card, the World card, the Three of Pentacles. Whoa, this is big. Because you're giving me a sense of make it or break it. And it has to do with a partnership. Yeah, you're kind of like, it could go either way. It's definitely a make it or break it type of a whatever it is you're doing brings up that 50-50 chance for something to work out or not work out for this partnership. Okay. I may do the Judgment card. In the immediate future, you get the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Are you fucking kidding me? Because now you're giving me both worlds applying. So after you've taken this chance here, massive chance or something, you are showing me that something has been affected by this, whatever it is that you're doing. But it's been affected in two ways. The 50-50, right? In a good way or not in a good way. It's like, okay, it's been tricky and nasty and this and that and the other. But it also brought something beautiful to the table. So you said 50-50. I thought it was either one or the other, not both. Apparently you're bringing both here to the table. And I think when you initiate this, when you go for this, whatever it is, you have the same mindset as me, 50-50. It could go either that way or that way, right? I think you're not anticipating that it actually goes both ways of the 50-50. Ultimately, somehow it shows up like that. So, yeah, leave it to you to do that. Okay, let me see what the universe has for you as a final advice. The Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Man, such a push and pull here. And I feel like it applies to this situation here where, again, in the bigger picture, over whatever the situation is, things are working out. Things are working out great. There's that fucking 5% that makes it look like, oh my God. But then that goes away fast because, again, the energy that is predominant here is, hey, it's working out. It's great. you know. I think for as long as you're going to function from completely opposite energies, it might always feel like this. And if this is something you can accept, that hey, we're just going to be at completely different ends of the story here, and sometimes we meet halfway, but not for too long. And when we meet halfway, we might even bump heads for a little bit. It is what it is, you know. If there's acceptance over this, then this 5%, even if it's there, it's not going to be bothersome, you know. So, anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.